In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to modify and edit Zen Photo. Enter in your username and password into the appropriate fields and hit Login. You'll see here we have been redirected to the dashboard, and what we want to do is, if you're going to be editing an album, click on Albums. Currently there are no albums, so let's go ahead and create a new album. Click on the button here. We're going to give our album a name, and this is Sample Gallery. Go ahead and click OK. And you'll see we have a title, a description. You'll want to fill out some type of a description for people to know what type of images they can find within this gallery. We're going to be adding in some home images, and we can give the album a password if you would like to make this a private gallery. If not, we're going to leave that blank. Further down, we can give this a specific date, a location, and if you need to add in any custom information. Are there going to be sub-albums within that? If so, you can sort them by date, file time, name, ID, manual, or title. Again, same, sort the images by, we're going to go by date. If you want to have a custom theme, you can. Otherwise, we're going to simply use the Stop design theme. If you need to protect your images, you can put in a watermark. Otherwise, we're going to leave them by default. The thumbnails, we're going to simply click on Most Recent Added, and we can go ahead and leave the other elements, the code block, blank. We want to have this album published. If you want to allow comments, you can. Otherwise, go ahead and deselect the Allow Comments box. Let's go ahead and at the bottom, we're going to click Save, and our album has just been created. Now to add images into our album we've just created, go ahead and click on the Upload tab, and you'll see by default it goes to the image directory. We have selected our sample gallery, and let's go ahead and select some files. Simply click on the file name I have on my desktop here. We're going to add that in. It's going through the upload process. One thing you need to remember is that your maximum file size is no larger than 2 megabytes. Let's look at these files here on our desktop. These are 108 kilobytes, plenty of leeway, much smaller than our 2 megabytes. Let's go ahead and select another file. Add in our 4 images here. Alright, so we have our 4 images selected that we have on our desktop. Let's go ahead and click Upload. This could take a while depending upon your internet speed, but we have now just successfully added in 4 images into our album. What you can do is you can put in specific titles for each one of these images. Content about that image. If you want to change your path, you can, but really everything should be fine by default. If you want to modify the date, if you need to put in a watermark, and any custom data that needs to be assigned. So we have some data entered into there. We want to allow comments. You can either select this or unselect this. For this purpose, we are going to leave it without comments. If you want to have correspondence, if you're putting this as a private image that you want to have the client talk about and receive feedback, go ahead and open it for comments. We want it visible, and we are going to go ahead and select one of these images as the thumbnail for the gallery. Let's go ahead and select this image. Finish putting in our title. I'm going to take off some comments here on these. Put in a little copy. Again, you can see you can make this content bold, italic, underlined, etc. We've selected this photo here as our thumbnail, and we're going to go ahead and save this image. These images to our gallery. In the event that you have an image that was uploaded improperly, we need to rotate it. You would go ahead and do that in this region here. If you need to rename it, delete the image, move it to a different gallery, or copy it to a different gallery, you can go ahead and do those settings right through this panel. If you need to crop this thumbnail, you can go ahead and do that. Click on the crop. We can go ahead and move this to a specific area. Now that we've done those settings, let's go ahead and go back to our gallery and click on our sample gallery. And all of our settings are just as we had them. Let's go ahead and view this gallery. There you go. You now have added in 4 images into your gallery. Have fun.